yards a weekend to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back. Quarter is standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon.
Coverage of the NFL has us in Superdome. Nothing like the first pyrotechnics, you name it.
Look, it ain't no sympathy. I rip shit up and tear it to pieces.
Between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay.
Go squad.
As can be winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, I've been reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7, but still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Draw play. Cousins to Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down at the 32. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 20 carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses.
Why would he go around
Be
him?
ready to play.
Like,
That's
what
the
is
manager of
that?
every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Man, I'm about to say, I don't think that.
Down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Take him out of their ring.
Vikings abruptly ends that play with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Good job, defense.
The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got a couple of 14.
On third down, Kaiser. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Goes for 24 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
A first down throw for Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Come on, man. I should get over there.
To throw on third down. Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote fast. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On third down, Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling is becoming just a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It did lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First down, Kaiser.
Damn, my head.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You should have moved the block step again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Forced out to his left.
Bro, why would we go up?
Incomplete.
I must did that on
A
S1.
lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now out comes Minnesota as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed. A lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
28. On the carry, it's Cook. He finds an opening.
That's my fault, bro. Chop with Papa shit. These niggas ain't fumbling yet.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game is starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On play action, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
What? Well, they fumbled, though. We didn't get that.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. They couldn't take it away.
Hell no.
That's going to be caught. A good pickup there.
Bro, they should
yards.
that fucking bullshit.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On second down, this is Madison. And he will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his third touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run. This is Kamara. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. He goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Kaiser yet again. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Boy, why did they do that fake ass shit?
And this
That
is
is a
going to be
fucking
another
pick.
1st down as the tackle's made at
That
the
is an
6:30.
interception, bro.
I'm just impressed he held
That
on
is
to
a
that
fucking
football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing
Like,
route
where's
like
my
that,
pick?
absorb that contact.
All we talk about in today's football
Where's
is
my
trying to
pick?
get the football away
Nigga
from the
can't
offensive
defend,
player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as
Where's
they
my
get the
pick?
stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Cousins again.
Bro.
Open man is Thielen.
They is cheating.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. No gain there on the completion. Second down.
I just want this ball.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were looking to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the pass at the tight end. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, and here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
It's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This one taken just inside the 10.
I went down. That's what they're doing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter. From the 29, Kaiser. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. From the 22, Kaiser. Yeah, man, open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Once with the extra point, and the lead is now 14 to 10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Bro, they gave me the wrong. I couldn't even click on it.
Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Really, what's going on?
Down the right side. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there.
What's really going on now?
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carlson.
I must can't play no ALC.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there.
I thought to the wrong person anyway.
Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Kaiser. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact part of the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I'm trying to hold the ball.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers.
He ran to the kick.
Seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force it in conversion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been
two lights out down
every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Quick strip, the ball's out.
I said, Bob, I'm going to pick that up.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half. but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is
looking for
break that.
Intercepted.
Get off.
Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Taken down at the 2-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Kaiser looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll run it with Camara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Let's go on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
I'm 12-1 and ain't won shit.
Morstead out now following the touchdown.
Nobody pitched, no playoff berth. I got 12 wins, ain't won division, ain't won.
Let's field it a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense.
Talk about that popping in.
How many times have we done games when we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They did 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Lift the line
back. This is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down. Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, Cook. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes
somebody got to
themselves.
I want to jump.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing.
Now the pressure just inside the 10,
Quick
back
passing
at
line.
the 9. Daniil Hunter, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Kaiser looking right sideline. That's complete. And he's out right at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kaiser. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
I know that it could get a little right.
It'll be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Working out of the gun. Kaiser. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there's a turnover.
And caught up to him. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there at 22. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Kaiser now. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
I know Paul Revere talks about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance. That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like you fit that in the podcast.
The moment do you wanna come and down? Come with Jiggy, we can go and do our
now heading out to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rally to make the tackle.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 45. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 40 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like, when we talk about the defensive backs, who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackler. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just work the game out that way.
They're not letting him get way out here.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. What a game it's been for these two.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. To throw, Cousins. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Cousins. for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Throwing, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make
down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gauton. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That boy there, bitch, my post the fumble shit. Trying to have 2 of them. Thinking everybody.
Got some bitch, got some bitch, she